Guess who got brands talking? Brandlive.co.za.
Let's get your creativity flowing. This show has got all the juice on all your art news. None of that riff-raff, just real authentic art from the coolest young creatives. You are now tuned into Carve Radio. Carve Radio. With Slap and my Fadi.
Well, hello. Welcome to it. Yes, you are listening to Carve Radio with myself, of course. Today, Leseha is not in studio. I mean, it's quite sad, but I'm fortunate because I'm with Lwa here and she's my girl. She is so fabulous. How are you doing, Lwa?
I'm good, thanks. And you?
I'm great, thank you, Lwa. Let everybody know, who is Lwa?
Oh gosh, wow. Talk about putting me on the spot for real.
We might as well jump right in.
Well, I can't really quite call myself your co-host.
Yes, you can call yourself the guest co-host. Because if you say you're the co-host, let's say I might just get so touched. Next week he'll be like, what's this? You having a co-host? So let's not do that.
So let me try and introduce myself. Loavela is a lady who works with Katlego on other platforms.
Yes.
A lady who's quite passionate about radio. And I'm very excited to be here, guys. You have no idea. My word.
Yeah.
When Kat spoke to me this morning about dog, like pull through, I was like, I am there.
Yeah.
And here I am. And I'm quite excited to see how the show unfolds and what exactly it is that we will unpack on the show today.
Well, you can tell that she has radio experience because when she speaks, she's got that, that Bonang flavor, back in the day when she was on YFM, she's got that radio voice going on for her. Tell us about your impact and literally what are you doing in the creative space that makes you shine?
Okay, well, right now I am a TV producer, so I sort of collect content for current affairs shows, and I am also sort of dipping my toes into the music space. So I recently started DJing, which is something I'm quite enjoying. It's also something that is a bit of a surprise to me because of how easy that I've gotten into it because of I think my love for music and just my history also with house music. So it's gone a bit easier than I expected, but it's always so nerve-wracking because it's something new, and I'm so excited about that because I'm getting into new spaces. Now I'm starting to sing. I'm just really so excited about life. I'm so pumped up.
It's good to find and speak to women that are excited about life. I mean, so what's your take on this whole female DJs, having to tag in this whole female
that
thing.
Annoys me so much. You have no idea. I don't want to lie. And I'm probably going to say something quite controversial, but the whole Women's Month thing is such an annoyance to me because I'm like, why is it, that we have to have a specific month that is dedicated to celebrating women instead of celebrating women throughout, I have no gripes with the month, but I mean, I just personally find it such an annoying thing. For instance, you'll have shows that will say, oh yeah, we have a Women's Day special, Women's Month special. This is where, we'll have female sports anchors come through or female aspiring anchors come through.
So you think in August we should stick to just doing
let's just celebrate women throughout the year.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I'm down for that. I'm loving that.
Do
we have Leseha on the line? Because I want to know what he's thinking about this whole thing. Well, do follow and interact with us on @Carve_radio on all platforms. Let us know what you think of the show. Interact with us. As much as Lwa says, about women content and all of that, that is exactly what we are going to be doing today. Trust and believe. We are celebrating women the entire month. Leseha was saying, no, why are we doing this? Why this month? No, I was like, no, for the month, we are definitely celebrating women because I think that we highlight women in a lot of spaces.
So it's just a month to highlight.
No, yeah, just to make sure they bona a share platform, like it's like a no-go zone. A share. It's not like a month where now we're gonna be like, okay, we're gonna mix it with like no.
It's like that national shutdown where it was just women. They were like, it's fine, the guys can stay at home. We want to do it ourselves.
Bona. Exactly that, and that's how we're gonna keep it this whole month. I'm not having it.
Okay.
Like, I'm legit not having it. But one thing I'm absolutely so excited about is that today we have more guests that are female. Woo-hoo! That I absolutely love. We have Silwane and Tandekile in studio with us to talk to us about a hair expo. Today we're talking about all things hair. Guys, can we talk about the struggles of hair?
Very sensitive issue, that one.
It's deep now.
Yeah, too much.
Like I mean, I just started a hair journey and I'm just like, okay, this whole natural hair journey is a lot. I always ask her, I always go to her in the office like, Lwa,
Yeah, what's going on?
girl, me and my hair, we're having a disconnect. Help me, what's happening? And Lwa's just always like, you just gotta be patient, guys. You just gotta like, I'm just like, no, I've had a good conditioner and all those things, but we're gonna be speaking to them in the next segment. But before we do, okay, let's see her. How you doing?
Hello, beautiful.
Hey now, how are you?
How are you? I'm good, and how are you?
I'm good. We're kind of missing you, but you know, because Renata Pilarana, the heat up in the studio, like
I'm
it's like very fine. If you were here, woo, damn, you'd be like, God damn.
And I hear you guys are talking about hair. So because I'm not here, it's a women's show now. All of a sudden.
Yeah, I've decided. I'm taking over anyway. So actually, you know what? Let me just go all out and just have this hair topic because well out there. But even if you were here, trust and believe you were gonna sit through this hair convo, okay?
Okay, I can't believe you.
Where are you and what are you doing?
I'm in Bronx Parade. I'm on set. We're doing sound for a movie.
Movie give us more info about home.
I can't give you details yet. This is day one, so I can let you know later on.
Woo.
But this is the first day, and it's rough. It's rough.
Okay, well, we have a sexy voice co-host today. That's a bonang flavor.
Dog, like,
Bag and at him.
How are you?
So listen, dude. Call me back after the break, like, because I need to do something. Call me back after the break.
We are live and nobody got time for that. Wow. Okay. Listen, actually, you know what? Go live your best life. It's okay. We will talk to you next week. Don't forget, interact with us on @Carve_radio. Let them know. Bye. Okay, you know what? Let's just get rid of Leseha already. Our topic for today is talking about our #my natural crown, and we have Silwane, Moleli, and Tandegile Kanye to tell us a bit more about this coming expo. So, ladies, talk to us about this. How did this come about?
Okay, this is a movement event that we initiated with five of us.
Yes, there's 5 of us.
There's 5 of us. So this is a movement that we want to go continental in Africa. You know, the whole of Africa. We're inviting hair brands. So we're going like international Africa, and local brands will be at the expo. So it's all about women taking care of their crowns. I mean, we going back to initiating women to take care of their crowns, and how it'll be teaching us how to maintain our hair, how to take care of our hair, how to groom our hair, because there's no such found around, you know, us. So it's going to be reachable, where you'll know where to go, what to do with your hair there's a lot to learn there.
It's like a one-stop shop basically
Yes.
for natural hair.
Yeah, but what interested you in wanting to do this? I mean, what was it about this thing that you were like, actually, I want to be out there and do this?
I think what you just mentioned now, your hair journey, guys, it's very
That's
difficult
stress.
to maintain natural hair, guys. Like, and for us black people, black women.
Can I jump in there quickly?
Yes.
I don't think it's difficult, guys. I promise you. Like, I think it's
To
just
take
a
care of
matter-
your natural hair, nice.
Listen.
Hey, because you're blessed. She's saying this because she has the most amazing afro in the world.
It's just that I've found a way that works with my hair. So my method might not work for you, Kat, and your method might not work with Tandi's, Tandi's method. So it's just a matter of trial and error. I'll try this product out. It works. Okay, not happy about it. Let me switch to another one. You switch to another one. It works for you, and you keep it. You keep it pushing.
The case is like when I see you and your hair is looking great, I'm like, Lwa, king so already I just want to
and you want to do the exact same thing that she's doing because you also
Textures
want
aren't the same.
Aren't the same, true.
So without cutting in, yes, guys.
When you come there, you'll be able to explore your hair too. I mean, they'll know your textures. We don't even know our textures, the textures of hair, and there'll be people who guide you in terms of how to take care of it. So more than anything, it's empowering women. You know, when you have your crown on your head and you're beautiful, you know, and it gives you that oomph of life. You step with the, you know, with pride. I mean, our hair is just everything. We are the representatives. Our hair represents us.
Yes.
So this is all about empowering women also. That's.
So give us like a detail of the program. Like, how's it gonna be going down?
So this year we have a lot more that we're going to offer besides the brands exhibiting their products. We're gonna have like fashion shows, we're gonna have music, we're gonna have workshops. We're also gonna have there's always like a kids corner. So we also like and encourage parents to bring their little ones so that they can also be educated about their hair, also not to be like, I'm not putting on braids, I look
it's not straight enough.
So if they see representation, it will be key on the day. If they see there's like a whole bunch of people with the same hair that I have, they won't have that less self-esteem that they would probably have before.
Our second one.
Yes.
Okay.
The first one was in Turban High, and it was Turban Hall in Newtown, and it was a blast. So this one we want to escalate it to another platform. So it's gonna be a great one.
How long have you guys been carrying this event for?
This is the second year.
This is the second year.
Yes.
So it started last year.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So now, who are the people that you've partnered with? Let's talk about all the people that are making all of this a possibility. I mean, to do a whole hair show, guys, it can't be easy. It can't be easy because you know what? One thing that we like to appreciate on Carve and Highlight is to put a spotlight on the people that are doing the most and literally kind of show other creators how to get to that platform, because you think about an idea but it's never so easy to execute. So we want to talk about and share ideas as creatives, or how can we plug each other to be able to expand and get ourselves onto other markets as well.
Would you take that?
Okay. You want to know each and every one of us?
No. The partners,
the partners.
Yes, like some of the people and the sponsors that are making this a possibility.
At this moment, we can't pick on one because we don't have. So it was solemnly us, just women coming together and really taking this and exploring. So. Hence, we're calling out for anyone who's willing to sponsor us,
and who shares the vision.
The vision, true. Who's willing to carry us? We are with you, we're holding hands, and we're going forward.
Wow.
Yeah, we're going.
That is very strong. You can start something without sponsorship, because so many times people will wait. Or let me get myself sponsored, or let me get myself some money. Let me not start now. It's not the right time. When did you guys know that? Okay, you know what? Actually, because we're so passionate about this thing, it's time for us to do it now. And you'd be like, how? What am I gonna? You're just like, no, now. How did you guys know that it's the right time to start it?
For me, I came in last year, like a month before the actual show. So my what I came in as was the blogger that partners with the expo. So I came in with my people and said, okay, I do series on my blog, like every quarter. So this one was dedicated to natural hair.
Yes.
So I call on the people that read my blog, or my friends and whoever. They submit their stories on the good and bad natural hair days. So those days where your twist is just not doing the things. We want to know that, because at the end of the day, guys, we need to celebrate the good and the bad.
Sure.
You might have beautiful hair now, but we don't know the struggles of putting it together. So I came in as the official blogger for the expo, so sort of like an extended partnership, and I only became part of the group after the expo.
So we know that on the 1st of September, there is something like a photo shoot coming along. Give us more details about that.
So that it's part of the series where obviously the people that have been submitting their stories, we want to do like an official shoot with them. You know, it's always nice to have like beautiful pictures that shows off your crown, how it is. And we basically just inviting everyone with natural hair. It's not just for the people that submitted their stories. It's for everyone who wants to take their picture there just like before the expo. And
So for anyone who is interested on attending your event, when is it? Where is it? And how can people get a hold of tickets? Is it free? What's the situation?
Okay, the expo is at Conhill. Constitutional Hill. I'm bringing up that.
That's an inside joke.
It's at Conhill on the 24th of September, which is Heritage Day, and the theme is heritage. Hair. Yeah. So we're playing with words there.
Yes.
So we're encouraging everyone from like kids to parents to grandparents to men also. They're very welcome to come. And we'll start at 10 a.m. until 5 o'clock.
So the general tickets are 120, and we unfortunately sold out on the 150, which you had a goodie bag and a tour around the constitutional hill.
Guys,
No, guys, people really love what we're
What's
doing.
in those goodie bags?
You'll see when you come.
You can't say.
You know.
So now, is it still open for people to send in their stories onto your blog? Give us more detail on that and how people can do that.
So they can literally even share their stories on social media on the Natural Hair Expo pages, whether it's Facebook, DM us on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter. You can DM us your story, or just you can DM me personally, Kena Malitati on Instagram and Twitter, and by Malitati on Facebook. So you can submit there.
Yeah.
And I need pictures also.
Yes.
Some people
Yes,
I mean,
like-
people are shy to show off some of their crowns. I mean, everyone's hair is not perfect.
Yes, that's true.
And we want to highlight that it will make you feel better. But I know my hair is not perfect.
Yeah, no, but girl.
So
Well, we look forward to it, and thank you so much.
we look
for coming
forward to having you
Carve.
guys there.
Yes, we are definitely gonna be there.
Definitely.
So many of us are gonna. Are you gonna submit a blog?
Please do. We actually want to know
Like,
your secret.
you and your healthy girl gotta send to the video.
We're gonna steal your tips.
Well, we're gonna take a quick break and play a track, but when we come back, we'll be talking to someone who has decided to quit the whole natural hair thing, and we want to find out from her, girl, why did you throw in the towel? But we'll find out from her just after this.
Live from 27 boxes in the heart of Melville, this is brandlive.co.za.
Sweet and sour, that is what you are. A lonely lover, that is what you made me. Yeah. You got me fixated on all your up and down reactions, wondering how you gon' act when you see me next time, baby boy. You got me going crazy. Yeah. So how's about you put your pride down? Tell me what's really on your mind now, honey lover. Tell me how you want me. Yeah.
Always lonely, but you never alone. Baby. You the the sweetest lady I've ever known. Have a deep connection when we talk on the phone. But always needing me when I'm in the zone. Damn, I never wanna see you frown. I never wanna let you down. We rock, ain't shit. Baby, we gon' run this town. You're the queen to my king. Baby, you deserve the crown. Only problem is I ain't really sure if I wanna settle down. I got a lot on my mind, but you're the sweet escape. Always coming to the rescue. Superhero, no cake. You can tell that I love thick girls cause I'm all about the bass. And you can tell when something's wrong cause you can see it in my face.
You're listening to brandlive.co.za.
Hello, and yes, we are back. But Lutlila, that song Mara, sweet and sour, nana by Kamugelo Matsoto. She's with us in studio. We'll be speaking to her a little later on. And can we talk about how great that song is?
Dog.
Like, just for
You saw me jump when I heard that.
You were like, no, you heard that guy's voice and you were like, hey.
It's such a sensual song. It's such a lovely, sexy,
it is, right?
chilled. Like it creates like a type of vibe that you wanna, just jump into, especially when you're like with your person.
Doesn't it remind you? I mean, we're talking about. Right now we're talking about natural hair, and when you hear tracks like that, doesn't it take you to that series? What's that series with the girl?
Issa Rae.
No, not Issa Rae. The other girl.
Gabriel Union.
No. She's gotta have it. I think it's called She's Gotta
Mary
Have It.
Jane.
No, She's Gotta Have It.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's this other girl who's got this natural thing going on. It's done by Spike Lee. The series is produced by Spike Lee. Guys,
Look at your way.
Y'all gotta watch series though.
Back on the
She does way more natural than us.
No, yeah, I do, but it's absolutely amazing. It's like a story about a black girl who's like absolutely strong. She's like a painter, and she's got like a whole lot of side stuff going on, and she just talks about how much she's gotta have it all. Like she's not trying to get herself in any kind of relationship, so she's dibbling and dabbling
with
out
her
of
life.
a whole lot of niggas.
Life.
It sounds very much like being Mary Jane.
It does.
No. The thing is, Mary Jane gets a heartbreak. This girl does not get any heartbreak.
Oh, she's a heartbreaker.
No, she doesn't.
She sounds like it.
Yeah, she's not playing.
lit.
Like she's just like, no, I appreciate your connections, but like she knows how to take and
Detach.
give and not. Yeah, she's got this other strong thing going on. She's got that dupe thing, the side boob thing.
Okay.
That listen to Kamakala Matata thing. Yeah,
The crown.
Yeah,
It gives you that.
yeah, that's why I get it. Yeah, feet. Yeah, feet. Yeah, thank you so much, Kamakala. We're gonna be talking to you later on. But now, Tati, can you please tell us, Tati, how you doing, girl?
I'm good, lovely.
Tati, hello, Tati.
Hey.
Hey, baby.
How you guys doing? This is such a girly show. Like, oh my goodness.
Right? How amazing is it?
Right?
Tati, you decided to give up on
Yes.
natural hair. Tell us why, girl.
Yes.
So interesting.
Oh my goodness, girl. So I started my journey in 2015, right? And it was all great, the short phase, the in-between phase, but then it just stopped growing. Like I just reached my peak. It wasn't getting any thicker, and I was like, you know what? I had to still have that honest conversation with myself that, I had the first 23 years of my life, I had relaxed hair. I don't know nothing about natural hair. It's mine, but ain't nobody teach me nothing about it, you know? And the other thing is, I have natural hair, but I keep trying to make it look not so natural. I've used products to have my edges all cute.
Yeah, so you
I've
had natural hair,
straightened
but
it,
you
so
would
I
relax your edges.
I did? I can't hear you.
You'd have natural hair, but you would relax your edges.
No, I wouldn't relax them. I'll
Okay.
use raw aloe vera gel.
Okay.
Yeah. So that, you know what? It's obvious this is not my look. I mean, I'm all for the black girl, love your crown movement, but I'm clearly not down for it like that. So I just left.
Because you felt like it's not
That
growing?
guilt, I'm done with it. I think when you go natural, you must also ask yourself why. You know, I went natural because of the movement. You know, remember the movement? Love your hair, be proud of who you are. I love myself with the legs here too. Like,
There's nothing wrong with that too, hey?
She's just like, yeah,
like this whole thing that you're not black enough. I not miss me.
So
natural is expensive, it's time consuming.
But how is it
And
expensive though?
let's be honest, as black girls, let's be honest, you know, we spend most of our time covering our hair. We do protective styles, or we wear wigs. I mean, can you really say you love it that much? It's 90% of the time it's in a wig or braids.
I get you're waiting for it to get to the Lepondo stage where you can thrive.
Yeah,
like,
but that's the problem.
Yeah.
The models for these natural hairs, they always have thick, beautiful hair. But the rest of us, we never really get to that place because we don't know our hair maybe, but we don't get to that place with nice big and just want to wear it loose. We literally all just stay stuck at that phase where it's just in between.
Yeah, no, okay, Teddy,
And
so
we keep braiding.
you know, so Teddy, let's expand this. You know, I have Silwani here who also wants to ask you
Yes.
something. Yeah, jump in.
No, I actually want to comment from my journey because my afro, guys, it wasn't growing at all. Like I started my afro from 2016, not 16, 6. And like it wasn't growing as fast as it should have. But at the moment I did my dreads, then I saw the length come.
Okay.
And then I had to cut my hair like 2 years ago, 2014.
Yeah.
And then I went back to my afro. It grew, but I had to cut off my hair again. And when I regrew my hair, it went back to the situation where it's not growing like
Squished,
I
yeah.
think,
You reached
I
a
think,
plateau.
yeah, and I think it's my hair is better with dreads because I can see the growth without like with afro.
Okay.
So I can feel her frustration.
Yeah,
because
she's just
Lena,
not
you know,
having. She's like, Sana.
We must also bear in mind the natural hair is coils.
Yeah.
It coils up. At times you'd untie your hair and your hair's big, and then the next morning it's shrinked down. So she must bear in mind patience. We need to exercise patience. It's all about patience. The crown is it's about patience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to get that crown?
Well, I have had my hair since 2013. I've trimmed it a couple of times. But yeah, I mean, it's just been growing. It's been growing. My sister has longer hair than me. I think it's a patience. It's a patience thing, guys.
Well. I mean, if you've trimmed it a couple of times and in 5 years it looks like so rich and so. I think it's genes as well. Hey.
But let's not. You know what? Like there are also products that also help you with.
Thank
with,
you.
With the
Thank you.
So
it's not just genes, guys.
it
Can't just because now my hair looks like crap. In the morning, if I don't braid my hair in the morning, I mean in the evenings, I wake up in the morning, it looks like crap. It's hard to manage. I know why, because I didn't dedicate that time before I went to bed. So it's that kind of diligence, it's that kind of patience that's needed. So if you're not gonna abide by that, you're not going to see the greatness of having this hair because you don't get to enjoy it the way that you would if you were to apply yourself.
Yeah.
It's just that.
Okay, well, Teddy.
But I have a question.
Yeah.
I hear the passion and I'm down for that, but I just feel like at some point it becomes a full-time job.
Okay.
It does. It's either you work
As
with
there's a
it
lot-
or not.
Yeah, that's the thing for me.
And there's
I'm not
and
that
there's
passionate
nothing
about
wrong
it.
with
It's
that.
just
Yes,
hair. I like it.
There's nothing wrong with having
But
your.
I'm not going to dedicate an hour to curling my hair or braiding it at night. It's just a lot. It's just a lot.
And that's the cool thing. Like, you've chosen your stance, and that's what works for you, and that's that.
So, how do you take away the time? Like, is there any way that we can avoid
No, Shem, I
having
don't
to
want to
spend
lie.
an hour every night before you go to
have
bed?
to be dedicated. Like, no, there's no shortcut. There's no, no. You just have to be patient.
I mean,
dedicated.
Teddy must just come to the expo and just.
Teddy, just come to the expo. Teddy girl. Yeah.
You know, but I'm looking forward to coming to events. I am so excited about that. I would love to learn more about my hair.
Yes.
Maybe I'll go back to natural.
Okay, yes. Actually, that's what they were saying when I come through to the event. So, Teddy, I guess you're going to be here to give us more insight, actually, after we go to the event of what you think of your natural hair. Maybe, you might reconsider. But no, like, Wafalopondo, now that you've relaxed.
Girl, I just put on a pony and I go out my day. I go to bed at night, I wake up, go about my life.
When you got that lipondo, you feel good like now, okay? If there's one thing that's good about people, because I know that a lot of people used to have their natural hair just so that they can get to a point that when they relax their head, they can tie a pondo. Bona, you have arrived when you're on that level.
Not that chicken thing. That
No. But what Tati was also saying about the edges is such a real thing. I mean, you'll have natural hair and you're seeing a lot of people with like really cute natural hair that's got like the edges in control. Lua, what you got? Advice for us?
Dog, like, I'm not the expert. I just
wow, your edges are proper. This is why we're asking her because your hair's beautiful. Your
do you know
edges
what?
are
I saw
intact. Everything.
edges, ne? I am by no means an expert, guys, but like something that I've been trying to do. I saw this online. They'll tell you that you must mix your water with leave-in conditioner, have it in a bottle, spray your edges, and then lay them down with oil to try and obviously rejuvenate them and keep them hydrated, which helps them grow. So I'm trying that out right now. I'm just trying to see how it's going to sort of go. Is my hair?
You know what I tried?
From what I see, it's working.
But that's the thing. I've
For
got
your edges,
yes.
We're listening, Tati.
for your edges, you can also use that African black soap. It really does make your hair smoother. I mean, it won't be like
African black soap.
I haven't tried it.
I've heard of
Yeah.
it.
I've
heard that.
and the aloe vera as well. The gel I use I don't use this gel, the normal
which
gel. I
brand
use
is
the
it?
aloe vera, the raw aloe vera. So it also helps as well. It's good for your skin too and your scalp.
Which brand is that aloe vera one?
Ooh, you know what, ne? I buy from this girl. I'll keep the details and the picture. I don't know the brand.
You see, I just think Tati gave up a bit too soon. Yeah, because she already even had the products. She knew so much. She had invested. She already had a.
You know the thing is about my
hookup,
hair.
yeah,
My hair is also like a dusty brown. So
Okay.
I can't have to dye it so it looks like I'm a normal person. So for me, the acne was just too much. Like I just couldn't.
Tati, okay.
I couldn't go to work, come
Yeah.
back from work, cook, and then braid my hair. No way.
Yeah, no, Teddy, you have a lot of problems. Let's not take you away from the cooking. Go do that. Ke nako ya teng, I get a plus at least I'll go relax today. So I'll go from my pondo. So how's about you go and do the cooking? Thank you so much.
I'll
Have
be
a
at
great
the hair
time in
expo
Rust.
with my hair.
With your hair now. Send us a picture, okay? You know where to do it at Carve_radio. Please
Bye,
send us a
guys.
picture so we can see your hair. Bye, baby. Okay, so now we're gonna play another track, and then we'll be back to speak to Kamagalo Matoto, who is in studio with us. She's gonna have a live performance coming up next week. Like, I really can't wait to speak to her. Let's jump straight into it.
in love again. Here I am. Ooh, the best time ever was myself, was with myself, with myself.
Harnessing the power of talk radio. Brandlive.co.za. Harnessing the power of talk radio. Brandlive.co.za.
Yo. I know. Today. Today's just a whole lot of fire. I am so excited. That song was by Kamohelo Matoto, and that is Things Fall Apart. Like, how dope is she?
Dog. You know this,
like,
though. Like,
how do you feel about being so dope also?
Thank you so much. You know what? When you're on your quest to getting to your destination, you don't always get time to look at yourself like that. You just do your best, you try your best, you learn from the best, hopefully, and you take what you take and you go, you know. So it's very, very, very like affirming when I sit in spaces and people are like, that's lovely, like, you know, you're doing well. It's affirming. So thank you. Thank you.
Tell us about your journey. How did you get into the music industry?
So firstly, I have always known that I want to be a singer. It was the weirdest thing. Like my mom was like, when I was 3, I used to go and she was studying with her friends, kicking a cassette. It was back in the days, had a cassette.
Hey now. Yeah.
And I'd play like my favorite songs from nursery rhymes to Bushosholoza, you know. And then she realized that this girl's got a talent. When I was about 7, she took me for singing classes and she was like, go ask the piano teacher if she can give you singing classes. Like, we'll pay. And then I went for singing classes. At about 9, I went for keyboard, and then 11 flute, and then I went to an art school. That's when the school that I was getting flute from was like, I think she needs to get stimulated. Try something that will expose her to more opportunities. Yes. So that's when I went to Pretoria, to Proate, Elfin Park. Yeah. And I majored in classical music there. But when I was there, I was like, this is really good. Like, I've been doing classical for a while, but I want more, you know. So that's when I fell in love with jazz, and I grew up listening to a lot of jazz, especially with my father, like loving the music. And I was like, I want to do jazz. And I don't care who's gonna say what. My dad wanted me to go study economics. I was like, hey, I'm going to study jazz. Went to Wits, studied jazz, finished last year. Studied jazz and history of art, finished last year. But I've been hustling since in varsity because I didn't want to wait for graduation for me to find opportunities. So I started performing at certain venues, other spaces. I started integrating with other artists, collaborating with other artists. I started being like a curious child, like, hey, how do you do this? How do you do that? And that's when people literally just let you in and get you in and are like, come through to this session, come through to whoever session, come through to this show. Then all of a sudden you have a gig, you know, and you're doing your own thing after that. So that's where it started, actually, from childhood.
So have you're kind of like an opening artist. Tell us about some of the people that you've actually opened for, because I know that in the jazz industry there's your Tandin Tulis and your Zolo, people that are really dope. Who inspires you, and who have you opened for and you say, oh my gosh, that moment was like crazy?
So I haven't opened for anybody.
Okay.
I
Yet?
opened for yet. I opened for like a saxophonist, phenomenal saxophonist from Germany. He was playing at the Orbit and I opened for him.
Hey now.
But I've shared a stage, I think, which was amazing. So, and I actually I take that as an opening, perhaps, on Live and Rewired. And I performed my set, and then after that, Unati performed her set. And then I had a moment with her where she was singing Pata Pata, and then she asked me to sing with her. So that was really fun. I've performed before Tandin Duli and the band Rebirth of Cool with DJ Kenzero.
I love
that was
group.
fun, and that was at Hard Rock Cafe this year, actually. So those were like moments I was like, oh my gosh. And you
We're
know,
actually doing
yes, we're doing this, and we're sitting on the same stages with these people, you know, people you look up to and you admire. So those are some of the best moments I've had. Yeah.
So on the 21st of August, you have a big gig coming
Yes.
up. Tell us a bit of what you're going to be doing.
So I'm going to tell the background of that gig. That gig was actually supposed to happen in June, but unfortunately I got into a very bad car accident, and I was not able to do much. I was still going to push until my band members are like, girl, you don't even sound okay. You can't stand, you can't sit. Let's postpone. You're not canceling, you know. So I was fortunate to be given another date. Thank you for Sbonga going get the Orbit. She's such a sweetheart. Like, working with people who have humility and banaling botu, batu, you know, who can be like wakula. It's fine, you know. So she gave us the date for the 21st, and I'll be performing with phenomenal musicians, phenomenal pianist called Pepe Londlovu. Emmanuel Paul on electric bass and upright bass. I'll be performing with Moses Sebula, who's an amazing saxophonist, young guy, but he's just killing it. And Siamon Ngwane, who's on percussion. And I'll be having backing vocalists. Joa, she's an amazing vocalist herself, an independent vocalist. And Lebu, who's also a vocalist himself. And then I'm just going to have friends as well who are going to be performing with me, who will be guests. There'll be a DJ who's going to be opening for me as well and closing for me, DJ Castro, who's a good friend of mine. So it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. We'll be doing a lot of original music, which is something I haven't done a lot. Usually in like a set, I'll have like 2 originals and cover. But this is the first show, my first double set show. So it'll be the first show where I actually get to show my writing skills and my creativity as an artist and my vulnerability, you know, because it requires us to be vulnerable. And then I'll be having fun with some covers that I love and I've been wanting to do. So that's what people can expect. Soul and jazz influenced music.
Yeah. I mean, what are you actually writing about? Because I mean, you have Sweet and Sour, which had like a young hip hop nyana beat nyana. It had like that thing, and then things fall apart. You know, kind of took it there. It was very emotional.
Yeah.
What's in your music?
So what's in my music? And I've had this conversation with Hope, who produced Sweet and Sour. He always pushes me to do like things outside what is familiar, which is like hip hop, you know. But Hope is like, dude, I don't think you've noticed, but you write for women. I was like, now that I think about it, I really do. But I mean, why not? Because I'm a woman. This is the closest form of a relationship that I have, which is with myself. So when I write about real things that are happening. I mean, one of my songs is called Daddy's Little Girl, and it addresses daddy issues. And you know, the statement "Daddy's Little Girl" is that girl who has everything, right? The dad, she has the dad. But this one defies it, and it kind of it becomes controversial because I speak about the girl who realized that her dad was not as perfect as she thought he was when she was growing up. And then the second verse speaks about the girl who has never met her dad, but fights so hard to not meet a guy that's like her dad, you know. So it addresses issues like that. I have a song called Raining Pain, which talks about domestic violence in households where women stay all in the name of love, but they're losing their lives, you know. Things Fall Apart talks about heartbreak. and how heartbreak leads us to loving ourselves, where we give and give and give, and sometimes the love we want is the love we need from ourselves. Glory is another good one that I absolutely love, which I'll be debuting at the Orbit, and the song just literally chants, I'm not just anybody, I'm Glory. You know, where you are affirming to yourself that whatever I want, I'm gonna come for.
So is an album coming up? Because you've mentioned so many great tracks that at this point I think we've passed an EP with the tracks that you have already written and have produced and you're already sealed. Does this mean a debut album is coming soon? And what's the name of the album?
So an EP is gonna come, but next year. So it's working on it. I've been very nervous to do it, but it was so weird. After my accident, I was like, I almost didn't make it. So you know what? I'm gonna do whatever scares me. You know, I'm gonna do whatever scares me. The EP is called Embody. The title came to me 2 years ago, and Embody is an audio journal that speaks about everything in my journey that I have embodied, everything that I have seen through other women and how they have embodied that. So it's an audio journal of our secrets as women, my secrets. Yeah.
Wow, that sounds like a listening session needs to be like slumber patinyana, so that people can talk about their secrets at the same time while people are just chilling there and while you're serenading us. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, I think it would be really nice. I've had like ideas of how to like do a listening session before we release it, and exactly what you're talking about, like a good vibe, a garden. I love gardens, like a natural vibe, even if it's outside and we have a listening session, and you know we invite each other, and I'm like, come through, it's gonna be a good time. Somewhere central where people can and accessible where people can get to.
Definitely. Yeah. You know, and I think in the jazz industry, it's not often that you find a lot of young people kind of gravitating towards the genre.
Yes.
So for you, how do you think you're going to make this relatable and fit in when it comes to creating a place for yourself where you know that you're going to get more people to kind of get your messages? Because I mean, right now we have something that's mainstream, popular, whatever, and people just draw towards okay, you just got to be like kind of shallow riff-raffinyana, and then you can get away with doing like a whole lot of tracks and being popular. For you, how do you want to position yourself when it comes to your music in the industry?
I think just speaking the truth. For me, that's the way I want to position myself. Jazz is a very elitist style of music, and that's something I'm very aware of, and that's why I don't just sing in jazz. You know, it's my music is jazz influenced, and I will have a jazz song here and there, but a lot of it is jazz influenced. You'll be hearing like saxophones, trumpets, piano, drums, bass, but a lot of it is just speaking the truth in my music. So words, you know, words that people can say, yo, how did she know that I needed to hear that? Like, how did she know? So that's how I try to make my music accessible, speaking about things. And it's not that I sit and meditate, I'm like, today I'm going to write. It just comes. So that's how I try to make my music accessible, just writing about things that young people, young women are talking about in their bedrooms, in their dorms at varsity, where you're like, I called my dad, he didn't answer today, you know. My dad said he'd come, but he never pitched. I asked my dad for cash, he never pulled through. Things like that, where girls are like, yo, I'm so angry, you know, and why? We speak. So my music is accessible through words, the language that we all speak, which is of words. Yeah.
Speaking of words, I mean, we're big on finding out what people do to give back and kind of like enhance your creativity within other spaces in society. What would you say you want to do through your music to kind of reach those places as well?
So already right now what I do is I teach. I'm a music teacher as well. But there's a school that has a program that gives to children that cannot afford arts education. So I do that, and in my classes I incorporate a lot of these lessons in terms of music, understanding the music, understanding how to give the music and take it. So even going forward, I want to have workshops where I engage with young men and women about songwriting. You know, they can't afford it. How do I bring it to them? What do you want to learn about songwriting? What do you want to learn about performance, composition? So that's what I want to do in future. Yeah.
Well, you know, this week has been really, really hard. Like, I mean, because that's when we found out on Women's Day about Pro's passing. I mean, the industry has taken quite of a knock, and he was someone who tried so much to plug people in the hood by like. And Gigi Lemaine, I interviewed Gigi Lemaine on Saturday, and she was talking about just how much Pro put Gigi on, and like her first music video was funded by him, her first time in studio was funded by him. And literally everything that she did the first time she got on stage, she was opening for Pro, and Pro was like, if you're not gonna cheer on these he literally went on stage and was like, if you guys are not gonna clap for her and like hype this person up, I'm literally not gonna get on stage. So the industry has taken so much of a blow, and we literally have someone from Mabala Noise on the line. Butumelo. Hello, Butumelo. Hello, Tumi. Okay, well, Tumi has cut. I thought we were gonna be able to talk to Tumi about literally what Mabala Noise is going through, and just how much he's affected so much in the industry. And as an artist, isn't that something that is like concerning, that you put yourself so much out there and then at some point you kind of fizzle out and people don't really appreciate you as much as they should be when you're alive?
Yeah, I mean, we look at the times when Pro Kid came when we were kids. You know, like I remember.
Snakes and Letters, that album.
I remember just being a child in grade 5, 6, listening to Pro Kasoweto. I remember watching him on YoTV, KTV, and just admiring the fact that he embraced Kasi. You know, he was like, Kingwana wako Kasi, Mfana wasa Kasi, and I'm going to speak about my hood. I'm going to speak to my hood, you know, and that's where his majority of the following came from. It's sad that the young kids don't know him. You know, it's sad that the young kids get so excited about 2 minutes by one person, 2 minutes by another, but they don't know the guys that carved the way for everyone else that came along. But I think what is important is knowing that you carve a way for other people, and he understood that. For the fact that he did what he did, and he carved a way for Gigi. We don't even know who else he carved a way for. And he was like, these things weren't as easy for us. You guys have it easier. Let me make a way for you guys. But he was still phenomenal. I mean, he was at Basha and he was phenomenal. He killed it. What was that? The festival hip hop that happens
back to the
city. He killed that as well. So I don't think he fizzled out as such. I just think the kids didn't know him. You know, but we know him, and that's why we were all like, Mudimu, he's gone.
Yeah, it's such a deep one. Dumi, are you on the line? Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Good day. How are you?
Dumi, how are you guys holding up there, Mabala Noise?
Hello, ma'am.
How are you guys holding up there, Mabala Noise?
Yes, how are you? How are you doing?
We're good and you, Dumi.
Yeah, it's not easy. But as a Mabala, we know that the Pro was one of the best ghetto rap we ever had, that can able to put everything in vernacular, it can even rap, so way to rap. And then he was one of the best, in the hip hop music industry. It is a great loss, and as a part of Mabala family and the founder of Reggie, today we went to the family to pay tribute and condolences to the family. And Pro was one of the best. Recently he have done a wonderful collaboration with Vakwen. There were still more. Even before he left, he had almost about 200 songs that was ready to be released. It is a great loss to the music industry, and the young and old, he's the first artist to commercialize rap and then able to sing in a vernacular language. And he commercialized, he had a brand called Danky Sunny, and that we can say, we say, thank you, Pro, for the great music, and we have left a legacy that will be able to follow. And now we can see that hip-hop music, our artists like Nasty C, Du Bois, and everyone from Mabala, we have learned a lot from Pro. Was a legend. It's one of the best vernacular we can ever have rap in so we can put hip-hop music. The man behind the head and the tail in the science of ghetto rap. We just want to pay tribute to Pro, and it's a great loss, but the legacy will still continue.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we definitely can't wait to get more details on when all those 200 tracks will probably be dropped. And also, is there an update on the funeral? And because I know that there was also a fundraising event that happened yesterday, what are the details on everything else?
What I can say, this coming Thursday we have met with the family, and then possibly by this coming Thursday there will be a memorial service. But all I can say that Pro will be buried in dignity, in honor, and then we'll be able to honor even our Reggie, our founder today. We went to the family and we're able to put things together, and we believe that we'll get a special treatment that is deserving. Even the Minister of Art and Culture and the MBC were out, they went to their family, and we'll get them all of the best, dignified for funeral and the memorial service that will be happening this coming Thursday, and the family will release all the details before the end of the week, and then we're hoping for the best.
We really do hope so too, and thank you so much, Dumi, for coming through and speaking to us on Carve Radio about the sad passing, really, of Pro, because we are all very deeply saddened.
We really appreciate. I mean, we say he's one of the sides get for rap we can ever have. I mean, and we continue to sing, and then all the song will be released in due time.
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much, Dumi.
No, thank you very much, all of the person.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you know, I mean, it's just so heavy. You
It
know,
is,
To
it is.
talk about his passing is just so heavy because he was just so young and just like how great. Like there was a clip that they played. I think it was on radio. I think I was listening to Metro FM, and they literally played a clip of him talking about how he left Gallo Records, and it was like, okay, tell us why you left Gallo Records in a rhyme, you know? And he's just like, he got in there, he freestyled, and I was like, guys.
The magic of Pro
He
Kid.
was gifted. He was gifted with spoken word.
I just wish more young people would have recognized that and did tracks with him. Like, you know, like just was like, I wish more people would just have like jumped in the studio and just did like a whole lot. But if they're saying he's got like 200 tracks, then that's definitely amazing because we're going to get to hear more of his music. Definitely may his soul rest in peace. And Kamahelo, thank you. Thank you so much for coming
having me.
It's been such an amazing show.
Thank
Loa,
you
thank you
so
so much
much.
for co-hosting
Thank
with
you
me
for having
today. So this is Kamahelo, and the event is called Coming of Age. And this is all happening at the Orbit.
Yes, the 21st of August at 8 p.m. at the Orbit.
Tickets?
How much are tickets?
So tickets are 120,
Okay.
and then if you're a student, bring your student card. It's half price. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for everybody listening. Yes, that's another edition of Carve Radio. We hope you all had a wonderful Monday. Drive safe out there. And that's all we have for you on today's episode.
Until next week.
Yes!
Bye,
Peace out!
Live from 27 boxes in the heart of Melville, this is brandlive.co.za.